WhoDat, everybody. SaintJohnButler here. Wanted to throw something together to give my thoughts on how the Saints did yesterday in the first round of the 2022 NFL Draft. Now, to the surprise of absolutely no one, the Saints traded up to the 11th spot to pick wide receiver Chris Olave out of OSU. Now, the one issue that the Saints had, well, there were a few issues last year, but the one main issue the Saints had last year with their receivers was they couldn't create separation. They were actually the worst in the league at creating separation. So the two things that I heard most about Olave yesterday in hearing all the scouting and all the reports were that he was the best route runner in the draft, and he was the best at coming off the bump and run in the draft. Now, if you've got those two things, those are probably the two things outside of Tyreek Hill type speed. Those are the two things that you're going to look for to create separation. So to me, it was an absolute steal grabbing Olave. The ties with Michael Thomas and OSU only help, and I'm sure Thomas has and will continue to groom this kid into a great receiver in the league. I also like the fact that they did go wide receiver, and once you put him as your number two guy, it kind of pushes everyone else down from, Deontay Hardy, Callaway, even Taysom Hill over a tight end, Juwan Johnson, Alvin Kamara. You've got all these different options now that Winston can look for. And you almost don't need to bring in a Jarvis Landry, although it, obviously wouldn't hurt. But you almost don't need to do that just because your last year's one now becomes three, and you shift everybody down from there. So I think it was a great pick, and it was great to see the Saints actually go for a need that everybody was hoping for at the 11th pick. Now, when the Saints moved up yesterday, they did not sacrifice that number 19 pick that they had in the first round. So they were able to grab Trevor Penning out of University of Northern Iowa. Now, the best way I heard him described yesterday is Zach Strief size with Kyle Turley attitude. Now, granted, when you think about Kyle Turley and the way he played the game, he was great to his teammates and nasty to anybody he played against, and I have no problem with that. You will probably get a couple more flags with Penning than you might with somebody else if he's anything like Kyle Turley, but if he's anything like Kyle Turley, you're also getting a possibility of an All-Pro. So I'll take the trade-off. You can't teach 6'7", 325 to someone. That's just a natural-born thing. So I do also like the pick at 19 of Trevor. The thing I was kind of surprised and most happy about yesterday was the fact that you've got Dennis Allen, first year, primarily a defensive-minded head coach, going offense twice in the first round. So super impressive that he addressed two obvious needs for the team, both on the offensive side of the ball, even though I'm sure there were some defensive weapons he'd be giddy to use that were lingering around in the draft at that time. Day two needs, obviously, you've still got defensive tackle, running back, tight end, possibly a safety or a linebacker. You've also got a couple of free agents that would be great fits, a couple of LSU guys. So really interesting to see what the next couple of days of the draft will bring, as well as free agency immediately after the draft. WhoDat, everybody. Thanks for watching.